And once that confidence is built, you can do a lot of things because they're confident in it. They trust it. They believe it.
They go high-low, rook to rook. Cardoso underneath and gets it right at the doorstep.
Angel Reese had a god-awful game last night. A horrible game.
Angel Reese just scored 7 points with 14 rebounds. That's not a typo. The Chicago Sky's star player is putting up numbers that have fans scratching their heads. What's really happening on the court? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. When Angel Reese was the buzz of the town, do you recall? Now that she has Chicago talking, it's not in a good way. Her style of play is all rebounds and no points. Is the brightest star in the sky really their greatest liability? Let's dissect it. Reese just recorded an astounding 14 rebounds in a contest. Sounds fantastic, doesn't it? The worst part is that she only managed to score 7 points. For a player who was expected to be the team's offensive centerpiece, that is perplexing. Alright, but rebounds are important too. You may be thinking, you're correct too. It becomes an issue though when your best player is unable to turn those chances into points, particularly when she's shooting a pitiful 30% from a mere 2 feet out from the hoop. That's concerning as well as awful. When fans finally realize they're not amused, there are a ton of calls on social media to bench Reese. That's a long way from the fanfare that greeted her arrival. Can you really blame them though? You expect your best players to rise to the occasion, not to disappear when your team is struggling. There's more to this tale though. There are many who are criticizing Reese's non-court pursuits. She was very busy with modeling assignments and her podcast throughout the Olympic break.
We're excited to be announcing my podcast, Unapologetically Angel. I'm looking forward to this so much. Y'all gonna see y'all favorite celebrities, actors, artists. Just being unapologetically me. I've always been who I am, and I'm gonna be who I am, wherever I am.
To everybody that doubted, this was for the girls that look like me that said that they can't do this. Y'all told me to calm it down. Y'all criticized me all year.
So this was for the girls that look like me, that's gonna speak up on what they believe in. It's unapologetically you.
While it's acceptable to have hobbies outside of basketball, it becomes concerning when your performance on the court suffers. To put it frankly, one critic said, Angel keeps posting up and shooting 30% from the floor. It's getting ugly. You don't want to hear remarks like that about your star player. This is when the exciting part starts. For Reese, this is not a novel dilemma. She finished at the rim in the 33rd percentile even during her time as a college student at LSU. That isn't exactly worthy of a star. Her shooting problems appear to have followed her to the major leagues. What's the deal then? Is Reese just show and no meat? Is she going to recover from this short-term setback? The coaching staff at the Sky is under pressure to make quick decisions. Their chances of making the playoffs might well hinge on it. Although you've heard of Angel Reese's difficulties, the Chicago Sky is reporting on another story. With ease, Kamilla Cardoso is dishing out assists and rebounds. Why then isn't she the town talk? The solution might completely transform the precarious Sky. Let's take a moment to discuss numbers. In a recent game, Cardoso recorded an incredible 11 rebounds and 6 assists. That's not only beneficial, but revolutionary. She is seldom touching the ball offensively, which is when things start to get strange. It would be equivalent to having a Ferrari that you only use for grocery shopping.
They go high-low, rook to rook. Cardoso underneath and gets it right at the doorstep.
Well, coach wanted me to get the ball in the top of the key and hit it to foul, and then she taught me to shoot it, and I was like, okay.
She has been keeping them in the game right now, shooting the three awfully well.
When fans finally realize they're not amused. One irate fan said it best. Kamilla needs to shoot at least 15 times. Coach Spoon, what the F is he doing? Give up performing plays for Angel. Hurt. It's the sort of heat that causes coaches to perspire. But hold on, it gets wilder still. Cardoso is surpassing the team's supposed star player. Not simply keeping up, she is reportedly outscoring Angel Reese while attempting far fewer shots. It's like seeing David defeat Goliath, only with David's coach urging him to stay on the sidelines the entire time. What's the deal then? Why isn't Chicago's supposed savior lighting up the scoreboard, but warming the bench? Not that the Sky can afford to be fussy just yet. They are having trouble, and Cardoso might be the way out. Consider it. Right now, the Sky's offensive is as parched as a desert. Their field goal percentage of 3 for 10 is not only poor, but historically terrible. They have a player who is demonstrating her ability to score goals effectively, but they aren't making use of her. It would be analogous to having a water cannon instead of a fire extinguisher in the event of a home fire. Fans are utterly confused by this. As they watch their squad disintegrate, they notice a remedy sitting right there on the bench. Perfectly putting it into words, one supporter said, "The team is melting down because Cardoso isn't getting enough touches." When you examine the figures, it becomes difficult to contest that reasoning. This is where things become really fascinating, though. It's not just about one game or one individual in this. It has to do with the Chicago Sky's future. Their chances of making the playoffs are in shambles, and they need something or someone to change their situation quickly. Could that someone be Cardoso? Yes, according to the statistics. Yes, the supporters say. However, the coaching staff appears to be saying no for an unknown reason. It's a conundrum that has Chicago supporters furious. You've watched the athletes struggle on the court, but what if there's something more going on? There are more issues with the Chicago Sky than we initially believed, and everyone is focused on the sidelines. The head coach of the Sky, Reese, is facing criticism. Her tactics are being questioned by the fans, and it's not just about who gets more playing time. Fans are becoming increasingly severe in their criticism, with one brazenly declaring, "Reese is an incompetent coach. She cares more about Angel getting double-doubles than winning." That is a grave charge. Is it true in any way? Now let us examine the facts. The Sky's record in their last 10 games is a pitiful 3-7. That is a nosedive that is endangering their chances of making the playoffs, not merely a slump. Furthermore, despite Angel Reese's continued high rebounding totals, the team's effectiveness is declining as a whole. There's more to this tale, though. Do you recall Marina Mayberry? With a request for a move, alleging philosophical differences with the squad, she just delivered a bombshell. It's PR jargon for "there's a serious problem behind the scenes." It's not as simple as one player being dissatisfied. Mayberry's trade request suggests more serious problems with the team's approach. Do gamers think they've been taken advantage of?
Early in the game, you came in, got a hard foul, flagrant fouls to your face. Smack to the face.
I'm just going to do what the team needs. So if it means that this game they wanted to bring me off the bench, some games I might start, some games I might not. I just want to help us get a ring.
Are the players' beliefs about what would win and what the coaching staff wants to see different? There is growing criticism about Weatherspoon's coaching approach. Some claim she's more concerned with the success of each player individually than the group as a whole. In professional sports, when winning is the ultimate currency, it's a risky game. Consider it. Something is amiss if your best player is recording double-doubles, yet your team is losing games. It is like to owning a Ferrari, but never leaving the driveway. If outstanding individual numbers don't result in wins, what good are they? A basic question in basketball strategy is being brought to light by this coaching controversy. Which is more important, team success or individual performance? The answer appears obvious in the WNBA, where every game matters, always triumphs over statistics. What will happen to the Sky next? The group faces a decision. They must quickly reassess how they are making use of their skill. Making some difficult choices regarding playing time, offensive schemes, and even coaching philosophy may be necessary to achieve that. One possible resolution:
Angel Reese. The media is up to their tricks. Angel Reese had a god-awful game last night. A horrible game.
A total makeover of their offensive strategy. Rather of concentrating on forcing players to gain stats, they should concentrate on developing a more well-rounded approach. Even while it means Reese will get fewer rebounds, that might mean more touches for effective scorers like Kamilla Cardoso. The Sky's shooting problems also need to be addressed. A 3 for 10 performance on the field indicates more than just bad luck. It points to structural problems with their offensive strategy. Are they hitting the correct targets? Do they produce enough unguarded looks? Weatherspoon and her team must respond quickly to these inquiries. The truth is that change is never simple, particularly in the middle of the season. Admitting when your plan isn't working and trying something different requires guts. Is Weatherspoon brave enough to take that risk? More importantly, would she be given the opportunity to implement those changes by the management of the Sky?
And once that confidence is built, you can do a lot of things because they're confident in it. They trust it. They believe it. You got young people coming to a next level. I don't want to complicate anything. I want to keep it simple. I'm building confidence.
Chicago's time is running out. As each loss takes them more out of the postseason picture, fan dissatisfaction is mounting. They're demanding answers as they see a highly talented team struggle to put the puzzle together. These days, it's not just about X's and O's. It has to do with communication, team culture, and striking a careful balance between individual and group success. It is imperative that the Sky regain equilibrium quickly. The Chicago Sky's season is in jeopardy as they stand at a crossroads. Angel Reese's offensive problems continue to eclipse her ability to rebound, and they continue to bother the squad.
Yeah, I just wanted to leave my mark. One day I want to be able to be a USA member. We're really talented, and this league is so talented, so just being able to go up against them, I mean, it's an honor.
In the meantime, Kamilla Cardoso is showing herself to be a gem in the rough, surpassing expectations, yet continuing to go unnoticed. The true kicker, though. The coaching choices have left supporters perplexed. It's like witnessing a chef toss aside the greatest ingredients available. The Sky have the ability, but they're not making the most use of it. What will happen to Chicago next? Will they allow Cardoso to cook at last and grant her permission? Instead, will they keep shoving the ball toward Reese and pray for a sign? The timer is running out. That much is certain. The Sky must act quickly to make some difficult decisions. Their hopes for the playoffs rest on it.